Hi, and welcome to part 2 of our 4-part series on ICHRA, a cool new benefit design. I'm Sarah Pugh, GM SVP of WELL, and I want to introduce again Pete English, broker extraordinaire, and industry expert Constance Sjoquist. In part 1 of this series, we introduced the individual coverage ICHRA, ICHRA, what they are and their history. In part 2 of our series, I'm pleased to be joined once again by Pete, who will walk you through why ICHRAs are the future of employee benefits and why you should consider offering them to your clients.
Thank you, Sarah. As brokers, we know you are always looking for new and innovative products and solutions that add value with your clients. Starting in 2020, ICHRA is thought to be the plan of the future. Becoming well-versed in them and how they work will help set you up as the expert with your clients and position you for success when asked about them. ICHRA represents a totally new healthcare product that you can offer to both existing and new clients. With existing clients, you may have a client who currently offers traditional group health insurance to some, but not all their employees. Your client may also have a need to shop for both individual and modified group coverage. With ICHRA, you can educate your clients on the benefits of offering some of their or all of their employees this new ICHRA coverage that will help keep them sticky as a client with you. ICHRA can also expand your current client roster. If you're a broker who currently focuses in the large employer market, you can broaden your reach to include smaller employers, as an ICHRA is a potential solution for employers of all sizes. ICHRA also expands your target customer list dramatically, particularly to employers that have a part-time workforce. In essence, an ICHRA assists you in developing your multi-product marketplace for employers that can include ACA, ICHRA, Medicare, life, vision, and more. We'll provide more detail on ways the ICHRA solution can differentiate and benefit you throughout the presentation. ICHRA has been a buzzword and something that's been talked about since 2019. There are certainly multiple group offerings available to your clients, and understanding the specifics of ICHRA will help you and your client determine what is best for them. There are some very tangible employer benefits that come with offering employees in ICHRA, which can be a big draw for them. As our workforce is starting to build back up, employee recruitment and retention is a high selling point for many companies. With an ICHRA, your employer can tell new and potential employees that they won't have to switch health plans. They can keep what they have or switch if they choose to. So if they're coming from an organization that also offered an ICHRA or were previously unemployed, there's no need to switch health plans unless they want to. They can receive a monthly benefit to contribute to the cost, which may be the difference between attracting the top talent or losing that talent to a competitor. A second benefit to an employer is the limited administrative oversight of an ICHRA. Health benefit administration takes a lot of work. For larger organizations, entire departments are dedicated to it. For medium-sized organizations, it's typically outsourced to a third-party company. For smaller organizations, this is a potential game changer. These smaller businesses can offer health benefits to compete with the big guys without having to take on the administration of group plans. Furthermore, there is no minimum or maximum employer size. Regardless of size, an employer can offer an ICHRA with none of the participation requirements of a group plan. Finally, there's no minimum or maximum contribution amounts similar to what a ICHRA mandates. I do need to note here that there are 11 employee classes defined within ICHRA, which we'll see on the next slide, and the contribution amount must be the same for everyone in that employee class. The removal of a minimum or maximum contribution gives your employer the freedom to choose what benefits they want to offer in a way that is both beneficial to their employee and fiscally responsible for the company. Lastly, it's important to note that an ICHRA offering satisfies the employer mandate requirements. As I mentioned on the previous slide, there are 11 employee classes defined within ICHRA. So what do I mean by classes? On the right side of the page, we lay out all 11 classes. all employees in the client's organization will need to be classified into one of these classes. There are the more generic classes, such as full-time and part-time, to the more detailed ones, such as the non-resident alien class, or a combination class, where you combine two or more of the classes based on their needs. An ICHRA provides the employer with the ability to vary contributions by class. While the contribution amount must be the same for everyone within a particular employee class, the only difference in contribution amounts within a class are attributable to age and dependence, and the employer sets those adjustments. What's that mean? It means that people within the same class may still receive different total benefits based on their age and family size. But don't worry, you and your clients do not have to do back of the napkin math for each employee. This is where partners like WELL can help. More on that in part 4 of our series. Another wonderful aspect to an ICHRA is that an ICHRA can be paired with a group plan in terms of employer healthcare offerings to their employees. While an ICHRA can be offered with a group plan, it cannot be offered to the same class of employees that are offered a group plan. As an example, the employer could offer their full-time class a full group plan and their seasonal and part-time classes an ICHRA if they so desired. I mentioned that there is no limit on employer size, and this is true. There is some impact determined by an employer size for employers offering both a group plan and an ICHRA in terms of minimum class sizes. The minimum class size rules only apply when an employer offers both a group plan and an ICHRA to their employees. If an employer does offer both a group plan and an ICHRA to their employees, the minimum class sizes are set as follows. If the employer's total employee base is less than 100, the minimum class size is 10. With an employee base between 100 and 200, the minimum class size is 10% of the total employee base. With greater than 200 employees, the minimum class size is 20. Remember, these class sizes only apply when the employer offers both a group plan and an ICHRA to their employees. Another benefit for an employer comes with the flexibility in an ICHRA's reimbursement structure. Employers can choose one of 3 options for what healthcare costs to reimburse their employees for. They can reimburse employees solely for the health insurance premiums, or reimburse employees solely for qualified medical expenses, or reimburse employees for both health insurance premiums and the qualified medical expenses. What's great about that is that the employer controls which option they choose, and it's not mandated. In addition to the benefits for employers, employees will also see benefits in having an ICHRA. Because employees are becoming a part of a larger risk pool in the ACA market, their premium and total out-of-pocket costs may in fact be lower when compared with a group plan. Couple this with the fact that their ACA coverage may have richer benefits than what their employer could offer them on a comparably priced group plan, and it's a win-win. Another employee benefit is that their health plan stays with them. This means that as employees move between jobs, they do not need to constantly find new coverage. For every employer that offers ICHRA as a benefit, the employee can keep their ACA coverage, which in turn allows them to keep their providers. We all know how hard it is to find a provider you trust and build a relationship with. What a great benefit to the employee to be able to keep that trusted relationship no matter where they are employed. The idea of an individual plan on the ACA market also allows for best fit plan design. The employee has the option to review all the plans offered on and off the federal exchange to see what covered benefits mesh best for them and their family. There are no minimum participation requirements in ACA plans, and therefore, employees have no need to fit their own needs into a limited amount of plans that may be offered with more traditional group benefits. The ICHRA benefit is also more than just a dollar amount reimbursed. The employee has the option to use payroll deduction to pay their off-exchange health insurance. That's an added savings to what they are already receiving by allowing pre-tax dollars to be used to pay for the outstanding amount. While this is currently only available for off-exchange plans, there are some in DC who are pushing for these cafeteria plans to be available regardless. The employee can also choose whether to cover their dependents with their individual plan. As discussed earlier, the employer has the option to provide larger benefits to those who do have dependents, which continues to make this an attractive offering. Lastly, the employer has the option to allow funds to roll over. This is more relevant to those employers who are reimbursing both premium and qualified medical expenses. But what a great aspect to the employee not to have to worry about a use it or lose it benefit. The bottom line here is that employees' health insurance coverage, like their health care, can be personalized with an ICHRA.
Thank you all for your time today, and thank you, Pete, for your insight. If you haven't yet, please take a look at the first part of our series, The History of ICHRA, and I do hope you'll join us for part 3 of the series, What You Need to Know About ICHRAs. If you have any questions or want any more information, please reach out to me or Pete on the email addresses listed above. We look forward to hearing from you. Be well.